Hi everyone, this is Linda and welcome back. In this video, I'm putting together pages 12, 13, 14, and 15 in my December daily for 2022. So then on day 12, I was on Story Chat. And so I originally was thinking I wanted to just tell the story of Story Chat for day 12, but there's so many other things in the craft community that I want to include in here, and they can't all be their own page because I don't want it to be an entire album just about scrapbooking, although that would make a really fun album too, right? So what I decided is I'm going to make a page that kind of highlights the Story Chat because it happened that day, but is also going to tell the story of the various Zoom calls I've been participating in with other craft friends, my contribution to product play, my contribution to prep day. And so what I did was I printed this little strip here to kind of tell that story. And then I originally was going to tell them the story of my coffee on day 13, but I'm moving things around as I'm kind of laying it out in my head. And so for this story, I'm just going to do one side because my album's getting kind of bulky. So then for day 13, I'm going to use my foundation page here and tell the story just about the wreath on my door, which isn't even going to be a story. It's just going to be a 13. It's going to be a super simple page. And it's just kind of one of those ones that's like a filler page. To kind of keep the album moving and just like something I want in there. So days 12 and 13 are gonna be much simpler. I have this here that I'm working with. I have a photo that I printed that's the full size of the page for day 13. And day 12 is going to be the story of the craft community. And I decided to tell it on the 12th because that's the day that I was on Story Chat, which is not actually December Daily related, but I thought it still deserved a place in my album. So for day 12, I'm going to work on day 12 first. I'm going to put this aside for now. I'm going to work with the Freckled Fawn December kit. So I decided to use this kit because it had some really cute cards and colors, and I thought that it would be really fun to bring this kit into my December Daily album. So before I really dive into my page, I just want to show you what's included in this kit. So Freckled Fawn did a black and white themed kit, which I think is super cute and fun. It's such a fun concept, right? To have just like the colored theme. I do want to move everything out. So I'm keeping it in this tray, which is a little messy, but so first I have the 12 by 12 papers, and there's 2 of each. But oh my God, like you guys, I love both of these patterns. They're so simple yet gorgeous. So I'm just going to kind of look through these and kind of keep in mind which ones I might want to use, which I think that one's a top contender. I really like both these patterns, but I don't think I'm going to use it in this page. This is the other of that one. This is a nice pattern. I think this one would be fun to like color in too. Oh, I love that pattern. For whatever reason though, this one's not speaking December Daily to me. See, there's like the florals. I don't want the florals in my December Daily album. And then this stripe is just so gorgeous. I love the floral also, but on a larger scale. So I think I'm gonna go with this paper. I just can't decide which side. Move that over there. And then as always, there's the washi strips. There's 2 sheets of these and they coordinate with the papers. What I really love this time is there's this one right here that has like these numbers on it. That would be super fun in December Daily to use that to mark your number. Fortunately, I'm doing day 12 and these only go up to 10, so I can't do that. But if I had thought of that, I could have used this kit in an earlier day. These stars this is the only real color in the kit is these pink, which is super fun. And then these ones are really pretty. I'm not sure I'm going to use these, but I like them as an embellishment. And then, let me get to those quite yet. There's these puffy words and shapes, which are super fun. I might use one of those. There's the chipboard words, which they have the word phrase strips this time, which I really am loving. Those are so easy to use. The wood veneer, they're stars, which these I will probably bring out my heat embossing gun and emboss them in colors, but not for this spread, I don't think, because it's such a small album and I don't really want a ton of bulk. So then I'm gonna look over at the cards. There's these label stickers too. There's always like some stickers in the kit. And these label stickers are super nice. I think those would be great for Project Life or for December Daily. And they do coordinate really well with the cards. So just like the papers, there's 2 of each card. And this is what prompted me to want to use this. I want to use this journaling spot for my story. Don't forget about this. I think that this is such a super cute journaling spot, but I also love the back. So it's great that there's 2 of each card. So I can use both of them. Here's the other one. And then this one has the flowers on it that matches that paper, and then Never Give Up. I think that one's super cute, especially towards the end of the year. It's a good like motivation to set goals for the new year. This one has a larger frame similar to that one, which is great for Project Life. And then the other side has the 3 small frames. So it's a good option depending on whether or not you want to do a lot of journaling or just a little. And then here's the other one of that. This one says, enjoy the little things in life. The flowers on the back. Oh, there's multiple flowers. Sorry. This one coordinates with this pattern paper. It's just a smaller version with a frame for journaling. I love all the frames this time for journaling. This card, that's a duplicate. And then here, this one is the other side of that one. I love this pattern. Like, that's just so pretty. I'm definitely gonna use that in Project Life. And I will put together, I'm gonna get back to Project Life fairly soon, and I will put together a spread using this kit. But for now, I'm going to be working in December Daily. So what the story I want to tell is just gonna go right here on the back of this page. And what I wanna do is use this card. So I have this strip, which is gonna go across the top of the page. And then I have this card to kind of tell the story about it. So I'm thinking I either wanna use this paper or this one. And I think this one is better because I think the other one is so bold that my really small photos get a little lost in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and crop this one down. And so I need the size 4 by 5.5, which is the size of my album. So I'm just gonna crop this down. And here, this, I think that happens often where it gets to be a little too, yeah, no, that's actually better. So I'm gonna adhere this piece down already, just so that I don't lose sight of it and of where it's supposed to be. And then I'm gonna crop this again. And then this one, I think I want to hand cut, but first I'm going to punch my holes. So I'm not going to adhere it onto that one yet because I don't want the bulk, but I do want to punch my holes out. So I'm going to get my template here, my clip. Oh, I had one right there. And my hole punch. And go ahead and punch out these holes. Oh, see, it's not. I got to line it up though. I need to line it up right. Otherwise, template doesn't really do much good, right? Okay, so there's my holes punched. And then I'm gonna just cut this out and put this on here with my journaling. Now I could also cut out maybe like something else to layer, but because this album is so small, I'm not sure I want to add too much on here. I could add like a washi strip too. You know, that might be super cute. I shouldn't have punched the hole if I was going to add more layering, right? now I did my journaling, which I love how this is looking. And now I need to put a number. I also was thinking I could put like one of these words on here like this, which is kind of cute. Like the love right there, and then put my number here. So this is number 13. I just want to make sure that I'm doing this. No, this is number 12. See, that's why I have to check. And let's see here. So now I have, this one is red. So I actually really love that. Red with, I should have planned for it better in my journaling so that it would fit. I think that's too big. I really like the red on there because there's such pops of red. Let's see. This one is from the Freckled Fawn kit from it's their holiday kit, which if you have that kit, even though it came out earlier, it's a good one to still use in your December daily. And I intend to use it in my December daily in addition to this black and white kit. But because this kit is black and white, it also coordinates really well. So that's what I'm going to do for my number. I'm going to use this 12. And then the question is, do I also want to put one of these on here? I think I do. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to round the corners on this piece because I cropped it down from the original square that it was. And then I'm just going to layer it under here, and I'm rounding the corners to kind of mimic the rounding on the speech bubble that holds my journaling. And put that right there. And then I'm going to layer the word love on here. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so that is day 12. I gotta adhere it back to back with day 11 here. To do day 13 here. I'm just going to line this up with this foundation page, and there's more about this foundation page in the product play class because this was my product play lesson. I was using the vellum, and it's a level 1 project. So it's super simple but very effective, and I do like it that I have it here as a foundation page because I don't have to really do anything. I'm just printing my photo and tacking on a number here. I think I'm gonna just adhere this one, which was from this year's release. Right here in the circle, you can see my wreath through the circle there. And this is just gonna be my day 13. So let me just close this. And there's my wreath. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. Now I could add something on the back here, but I like it just simple, just like a kind of a resting page. And I feel like you're almost not even gonna, you don't need to flip to that page. Like this is the page, right? And then here, and then we'll go into day 14. Okay, so the last thing I have to do on day 12 here is make my little addition to this page. I'm just going to use a piece of paper and one of these Santas to kind of mimic the Santa paper that I use on my spread. Okay, it has been a few days since I filmed the first part of this video, and I'm just going to kind of skip ahead in my album here. So you just saw me do days 12 and 13. So here's 12. I used the Freckled Fawn kit from December, and then 13 I used my foundation pages. It is now December 22nd, and I'm working on days 14 and 15. I am a little behind but that doesn't really bother me that much. I kind of have a plan to catch up, and part of that involves doing some super simple pages for a couple of the days. I don't want to keep it simple for every single day because I enjoy this project. I enjoy the process of putting things together. Some of my pages I do have more elaborate plans for, and some of those were ideas I had from before the month, and I do still have plans to do those and share them with you. But today I'm just going to finish 14 and 15, which I'm gonna do super simple. So for 14, one of the stories I wanted to tell this year was the story of the fact that that I make my coffee at home now. So in past December dailies, I have shared the story of how I go to Starbucks for coffee. I used to go to Starbucks for coffee every day. For a long time, I only went sometimes, and then I got to the point where I drank coffee daily. And, you know, it was time consuming, it was expensive, and it just wasn't a very sustainable habit, but it is something that I have documented in my December daily in the past because it was something, you know, I like the red cups. It was a great part of the season, even though it was part of my everyday. Well, in 2022, one of the changes that I made in my life was to stop getting Starbucks every day and instead learn how to make coffee at home the way that I like it. So I don't do regular coffee. I always got a latte. So I learned how to make that at home. So this is a photo and this wasn't actually taken on the 14th. I believe this was actually taken maybe on the 15th or maybe 16th. And this is just a photo of my coffee in a cute little mug by the Christmas tree. And I'm just gonna use this to tell the story of the fact that I make my coffee at home now. So what I really wanted to do to keep this page super simple, I just want to get a few words on it and I want to get a number. So I'm pulling out my 14s here. And my thought with the number was I wanted something on top of my coffee like this. I don't like that green so much though. I'm thinking there's this transparent one. Thinking that's kind of cute. I just need to rip the cover off. Hi, Pumpkin. He's checking this out. Come here, baby. Okay, so I'm thinking I can put that 14 right there, and that's pretty cute. There's also, this one got a little bumped, but I've been using those a lot, so I think I am going to do this one. And I'm going to use that right there. And I like that you can see my coffee through it. So that is going to be what I do for that. And then I was considering typing up some journaling, but I want to keep it super simple. And I don't want to cover too much of this. So I think I'm going to just try to find a small label in the kit, or not the kit, but in what I have. So I have these labels that were in the advent calendar. And I think I'm just going to use like that one and just quickly write. Okay, so I just wrote a very quick little note here about the fact that I am making my coffee at home this year. And then I kind of want to add something with that. I'm trying to think like if it would look cute to put like one of these circle stickers like that or something. Be like the fa la la one, because I could like overlap here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of layering. So I'm gonna put that there, and then I want some like I want a word phrase strip. Say I love these ones from the advent calendar, but they don't make sense for this page. There, so I was thinking to layer that like that, and then I could put the 14 here. and just staple it on top of that. Okay, so let's see. My stapler cannot reach over there where I really want it. It can, but just not the direction I want it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna have to staple it like this. And then I can also staple right there. Okay, so that's there, and I think I want something else small right here. Maybe another one of these. I feel like that's almost too big. I kind of wish there was like a smaller circle. I could put one of these. Like this. There we go. Okay, so now I need to just adhere that back to back with day 13 and punch the holes. Okay, so there's day 14 in the book. Super simple. But it told, so I'm gonna actually go over here. So I did have coffee right here is on my list, and I need a highlighter. Okay, so I told my coffee story, which is right here. I already did this one, I did this one, I did this one. These two had switched. And then let's see. So this one is already done. Okay, so now day 15. So day 15, I am again going to be super simple. We went on a college tour on day 15 of a local college that my daughter's really interested in. I'm not sure that she's going to go there yet, but we did do the college tour this day. And I also just like the idea of documenting that this is kind of the season of life we're in right now. Like, we are deep into the college selection process. So, you know, I liked the pink, but let's see, I also have this much bigger 15. Now it's gonna cover up the name of the school. I guess I could do it, have it hanging out, but I feel like that's gonna stick out the edge of my album, so I don't wanna do that. I kind of just want this like super simple. Oh, I do have, there's this one, this little page flag. Oh, it's weird that flag is upside down. Okay. But I could put, this is what I'm gonna do. Going to use this little flag and then this one. Layer a little bit here. And then try to think if I even want to write that this is a college tour on here. I'm gonna add a little bit of texture here with staples. I kind of want to just leave it. So one of the things I really like about this smaller size album is something I have not always done in the past in my albums, is the idea that you can do something that's super simple with almost no journaling and just like include like a photo or, you know, ephemera or something for the day without having to add a lot. And that's not always my style, because my style is usually to get the story told. But I like the simplicity of it, and I'm not worried about telling the story so much because I am telling the story in my project life. And the story of going on that college tour will most definitely be in my project life, and it will likely also be in my daughter's album. So I don't really need to tell it here again. And I just cut up, you know, a folder that they had given us on the tour. They gave us quite a few different things. So I thought that that was just a good way to include it in the album. Okay, so now the last thing I need to do for days 14 and 15 is this page right here. So I'm thinking for day 14, I'm gonna just make a collection of, I'm gonna do some of these circles and word strips. So where's my scissors? Okay, and then I want to do this one, I think. Well, I'm gonna do this little bird because although I really like that one better, I'm trying to use up the things on here that I maybe wouldn't necessarily use. And then I'm going to add a little word tray strip here. So that matches there. And then this one, I did just kind of use the same things. I used the little flags. So I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna put a flag here. And then I'm gonna see if I can fit a staple. I can. It's not gonna be on the right side, but that's okay. So there. I don't love that these two are next to each other because they are very similar, but the idea is to document what I'm doing over here, not necessarily for this to look like the cutest thing ever, right? And, you know, I do have a little bit, I forgot to do day 13 on here. Shoot. Because I couldn't find that paper. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. Okay, so I ended up having to take those last 2 days off of here and move them over. The first one moved perfectly fine. I mean, not perfectly, but it was fine enough. The other one, there was residue from the other sticker on the square. So I just cut out a square of white cardstock and used it as a base, and it ended up looking pretty much the same as the original. And then I just found that vellum from day 13 and just cut a square of that to document that day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.